I'm Dwight Gow and you're watching Newcastle Fan TV.
Hello everyone, I'm joined by Sharkey, the presenter here on Newcastle Fan TV. We're just going to be giving you an update on the carry on with Mike Ashley, Amanda Staveley. So news broke, Sky broke the news on Monday night. It was about 7 o'clock, wasn't it? And then, you know, what was the initial thoughts at that? Do you think this is just another smoke screen, or do you think there's something a little bit more serious, something genuine in this one?
Bit of a smoke screen, because, you know, it's not true until it all is factual, you know what I mean? This will keep happening until something officially does happen. It's all talk, you know, that apparently there's more bidders in for Newcastle than just Amanda Staveley, and Mike Ashley again wants more money. She's bid 300, whether that's true or not, but Mike Ashley wants more than that, and you know what, Mike Ashley's going to play hardball, isn't he, until he gets the right offer for the club. Now, Elisha, I want to know your thoughts about the potential news.
There's nothing official yet, so I'm not going to get myself really excited about it or really hopeful, but hopefully there's some truth behind it. But we'll know what Mike Ashley's like. It could be all PR.
So do you not think it's not a true story at all this week about the news coming out?
No, not really. I think it's another. No, I think it's pure speculation. Again, this has happened numerous times. It's happened time and time and time again, and nothing's came of it. I think, again, like I say, Mike Ashley will be looking for more bids for the club. He'll want as close as what he wants. Apparently he wants 400. It dropped to 380. He wants something close to that. He's not daft. He's a businessman. You know, he bought the club for £134 million. He'll want more than double that for the club. Now, again, there's going to be potential bidders in for the club, so Mike Ashley's going to play hardball, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a businessman. He knows what he's doing. He's put money into it. He'll want to get that money back. He won't want to make a loss on it, as you would with any business. You know, he's run it like a business. You know, he doesn't have enough money to run it as something that he wants to keep as kind of like a toy. He's run it as a business, so he's going to want that investment to bring his money back.
The rumour was that there was a £300 million bid in, and we were like, okay, great, and then we obviously had done the video and saying I'll come back and give you some more news. More news had come out again later that night, saying that Newcastle, Keith Downey had saying that Newcastle had rejected the £300 million. We've learned in the last 48 hours that there's a lot of contractual clauses in there, such as if Newcastle get relegated, if they win the league in the next 10 years, or the Champions League. I think PCP Capitals, if they are coming in the media saying they want security, financial support if something was to go wrong. What's your thoughts on all of that? Do you think it's just negotiations if it were to take place?
Yeah, just looking at the history of the club, you know, the financial side of the club, you know, where it's been, what was spent and whatnot. And I think at the moment it's all speculation. We can't, you know, say anything that's going to be factual until it's official on the club's website, and the club have said so, because the club didn't say anything on the night time. It was all from Sky Sports and other media outlets. You know, Keith Downey was quick to turn it down. And I think at the moment, you know, we've got to take this as good news, but you've also got to remember it's Mike Ashley. There will be other bids in for the club. Do you think the club will be bought out by January?
No.
Why is that?
Mike Ashley will still be the owner. There's not enough time, you know, it's going to have to be done properly. You know, the Premier League have got to put their rules in place and everything like that. So I can't say if it does, that's great, but I can't say it being done by January.
Andy was playing hardball. He's a businessman, isn't he? I know he's made a profit, but there's a lot of things like he's put them 2 million. I wish it was more than 2 million. It feels like 2 million. He's put them big two massive loans into the club. Surely that'll be a say in the matter as well, won't it?
Yeah, again, he'll want some of the money back that he's paid for the football club. Any money that he's put in, he'll want it. So do you think we're going to be looking at maybe the summer?
Yeah, I'd probably say the summer, between January and the summertime, I'd say getting done.
How much do you reckon this is worth?
I reckon it's worth roughly in the region of 300 to 350 million.
Somewhere in between there.
Because of the money, you know, where we are in the Premier League and where this club could potentially be, you know, the 52,000 capacity stadium, you know, what you could do around the ground, you know, the facilities. And I think Mike Ashley, again, he's playing hardball. That's what he wants to do. You know, if he can get £380 million, he'll walk away laughing. You know, that's what he wants. And if there's somebody that comes in, whether it be Amanda Staveley, whether it be somebody else, if someone comes in with a better offer, even if like 400 million, say for example, then he'll take it, because he'll want not just Amanda Staveley to put the bid in, but he'll want others to chip in too. How much do you think Mike Ashley will give to Rafa Benitez this January to try and strengthen the squad, because you all know how weak the squad is, don't we? Yeah,
I'll probably say around 20-30 million. I think he's starting to realise how much Premier League players now cost. And I think if he knows there's possibility he could get it back from Amanda Staveley if she buys it or her company buys it, and he can put a clause in that contract, then I think he'll spend a little bit more than expected.
I think it's not going to be done by January, because you know, it's taken this long-winded process, but then the Premier League have to then fit to see purpose that this new owner's coming in, because a lot of people think Amanda Staveley's going to be running the club. She's not. She's just a broker between the two big companies, and there's probably several of smaller companies involved as well. And You know, so that asks you the question in the January transfer market, where do we go here? Because I still think Ashley will be in charge. Would you go along with that, or are you hopeful she comes in?
No, I'm going to go along with that. I think Mike Ashley will be the owner in January. I think what they'll do is Mike Ashley make him maybe 20 to 30 million pound to go out and get what he needs. Not much, but he'll give him something and then try and get it back in the summer. And then he'll maybe look at the end of the season, if we stay up, then
which we will,
which I hope we do.
Which we will.
Yes, which we will, which you got to hope, because we're a newly promoted club. You know, anything could happen between now and the end of the season. I think he'll look at other bidders. Now, no one's really touched on the future of Rafa Benitez. Now, let's look at the other side of it. Say a man at Stevie doesn't buy the club in January, and Mike actually say the owner by the end of the season and we'll stay up, and say nobody's going to come in for the football club. What will happen to Rafa?
Unfortunately, I think he'll walk. If he doesn't get that investment in the summer, or Mike Ashley doesn't get his ideas and realise what he's got to do, he'll go. And there's only so much that Rafa can hold on to. This is the fans are keeping us here, because he can't do his job properly, and it's just going to reflect on him badly. We all know he's doing his best, we all know he's doing a good job, but worldwide it's going to ruin his reputation, which he won't want to do.
That's probably got something to do with it, you know. Or if we haven't taken over by January, Ashley will probably want, right, okay, I'm going to put 30 million in this club, I want you to pay it back, Amanda.
I think as well, because he's going to want the money in January, he's going to want the takeover to happen quickly, because he's going to want money to go and bolster the squad. And even if he doesn't get, say, 30 million off Mike Ashley, then I think, in my opinion, he's going to stop maybe till the end of the season, and say if we stay up, then he's going to make his decision there, isn't he?
Yeah, I think it'll be the end of the season. I can't see him doing anything in January, because he knows the speculation about the club, and he keeps saying he focuses on the football side, and I'm quite glad about that, because sometimes your managers can get a bit thingy about what's going to happen with my job, but he knows and he's sticking to the football, which I think is a really good idea.
So let us know what you think on the updates. If there is any more break, and we'll let you know, of course. Cheers for watching. See you, bye.